The Shadowy Enigma of Blackwood Manor. Under the cloak of a perpetually overcast sky, the Blackwood Manor stood, perched precariously atop a mist-enshrouded hill overlooking a desolate village. Its Gothic silhouette loomed like a relic from forgotten times, with its crumbling turrets and ivy-choked facades. Faint echoes of wailing winds whispered through its gabled rooftops, while skeletal trees clawed at the air with gnarled branches. It was here, enveloped in an aura of untold secrets, that Detective Elias Kane found himself embroiled in a web of mystery. The case had seemed straightforward: the vanishing of Lady Isabella Montrose, a woman of enigmatic allure and frequent host of decadent soirees that often veiled darker indulgences. Her brother, Lord Edmund Montrose, had summoned Kane with a cryptic letter inked in elegant script, pleading for his assistance after the local constabulary failed to unearth any leads. Upon arrival, Kane's instincts, honed sharp by years of unraveling human deceit, told him that Blackwood Manor held sinister undertones beneath its grandiosity. Lit fireplaces flickered against the cold gloom, casting ominous shadows that stretched across ornately carpeted halls. The manor was a labyrinth of hidden alcoves and creaking floors that told tales of old, forgotten scandals. Kane's reputation preceded him, a brilliant detective with a penchant for seeing beyond what was presented, but also a man haunted by his own inner demons. Eyes shadowed with fatigue, he bore the weight of past cases like invisible chains. His first encounter was with Lord Edmund, a man whose aristocratic features were marred with worry. "Detective Kane," he welcomed, his voice quivering with desperation. "My sister, she vanished without a trace. The maid found her room empty 3 nights ago." "3 nights?" Kane queried, eyebrow arched. "And what of any unusual events prior?" Lord Edmund hesitated, a flicker of something unreadable crossing his face. "She received a peculiar letter, yet claimed it was meaningless." As the night descended, wrapping the manor in an even deeper shroud of darkness, Kane began his inquiry. Each inhabitant of the house, a motley collection of relatives, friends, and servants, harbored a veneer of normality, barely concealing latent motivations. Lady Veronica, a cousin, was a painted porcelain doll of a woman whose smile never reached her eyes. "Isa and I were close," she said over tea in the dim drawing room. "But lately, she seemed distant." Her confidences had shifted elsewhere, particularly towards a certain Mr. Jonathan Hargrove, a historian. Dubious company, if you ask me. An evening of candlelight dinners and whispered suspicions led Kane next to Jonathan Hargrove, found buried in tomes within the manor's library, a haven of musty scent and soft flicks of turning pages. "I am merely a student of history," Hargrove defended, eyes darting between Kane and the shadows. "Isabella took interest in her family lineage, particularly certain occult practices. But why she would disappear without a word is beyond me." Caught in the crossfire were the servants. Agnes, the apprehensive maid, spoke of haunting sounds echoing from Isabella's chambers and closed-door secrets, and Harding, the enigmatic butler, whose steely demeanor suggested he had seen much and revealed little of the investigation, twisted through the manor's darkened corridors, linking unspoken miseries with symbols etched into the very bones of the house. Kane noted a peculiar pattern, a recurring figure scribed within Isabella's private journal that Hargrove sheepishly surrendered. The figure, a symbol of a branch intertwining a dagger, echoed an old Blackwood sigil tied to unspeakable family rituals meant to either protect or curse. As rain began to pelt against window panes, a revelation emerged from the storm's embrace. Isabella's disappearance was intricately tied to this symbol, an artifact of family intrigue and betrayal. His mind tracing connections like expectant threads, Kane stumbled upon a hidden corridor behind a tapestry in the parlor, opening into a chamber suffused with the scent of dust and forgotten rites. A ritualistic altar laid bare, adorned with artifacts of a bygone era, the dagger entwined with Blackwood. Suddenly, every piece of the puzzle snapped sharply into place. This was not a mere disappearance but an enactment of ancient revenge. Confronting Hargrove, the truth poured forth: a lover spurned, bound by blood, seeking to harness long-lost secrets of the Blackwood lineage to reclaim what was denied, tangible and ethereal alike. "You found the altar?" Hargrove sneered, eyes gleaming with fanaticism. "I needed her for the final rite," but her dissent could not be tolerated. Kane's countenance hardened. Isabella was a pawn in your twisted ambition, but where is she now? Inside the dread chamber, as lightning cracked the sky, Isabella emerged, disheveled but alive, revealing that Hargrove had led her into a trap of his own making, convincing her of a family curse that only he could break. As dawn broke over the manor, dispelling the murk with tentative light, Hargrove was taken away, cursing the name of Blackwood. The enigma unraveled, Kane was left pondering the entanglements of human desire, curiosity, and the shadows they cast. The truth unearthed within Blackwood Manor spoke not only of a crime solved but of a legacy darker and more complicated than any had foreseen, an echo of past sins striving to shape the future.